So happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. I hope it's been a great time for you and have been able to get outside and do some fun things. But you know, we've been riveted to news feeds and to news programs, the newspapers, anything here lately, because once again, our hearts have been broken by the news coming out of another town, another school, another community in which evil has penetrated the heart of someone to the extent that innocent lives have been taken. As we watched the news reports last week in horror and saw the count of lives lost tick upward, that sick feeling just welled up inside us, and our minds felt like they just couldn't take this one more time. We all have kids or grandkids, or neighbors the same age as those precious children. Or we know teachers much like the ones who try to protect their students and sacrifice their lives. And our hearts bleed with their pain, and we cry out, "How long, O Lord? How long?" It seems as if there's no end to the horror that crops up all too often in cities and towns across our nation. It happens in churches, grocery stores, schools, on the roads, anywhere and everywhere that we go on any regular day. And it seems as if no one has answers, as if there's no solution to this epidemic of violence that has plagued our nation for all too long. We pray, we cry out to God long and often, and still it seems so pervasive that it will just never change. In Isaiah 34 it says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." God knows our anguish. He feels our pain and weeps right alongside us. And even if we don't understand, if we can't comprehend why this keeps happening, we have to cling to the knowledge that there will come a day when all wrongs will be righted and all pain will be taken away. Horatio Spafford, who penned the lyrics to "It Is Well With My Soul," knew tragedy in a very personal way. He lost a fortune following the Great Fire of 1871 in Chicago, and not long after that, his young son died of scarlet fever. So, consequently, he sent his wife and 4 daughters to England. They traveled by ship across the Atlantic Ocean in hopes of recovering and being able to kind of help with the grief that they were experiencing. During the Atlantic crossing, the ship was in a horrible collision and it sank. His 4 daughters perished and only his wife survived that accident. As he was traveling by another ship to be with her, the ship sailed over the spot where the disastrous accident had taken place and taken the lives of his precious daughters. In those moments, when they realized where they were, words of hope and comfort filled his heart and were eventually set to music in a hymn filled with hope for us today. "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul." In these days of sorrow and grief, and in the days ahead, if you should experience grief on a more personal level, I pray that you will turn to God, seek His comfort and peace, and search His word for His hope in His promises. And when you're hurting and the pain of loss is overwhelming, I also pray that the words of this beloved hymn will fill the empty places in your heart and bring you peace. God's blessings to you.